Hey there YouTube, WhiskeyCactus here, welcoming you back to our Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation H VGC Ranked Doubles Battle Stadium content on the channel. This time, we're going to use a new team. We used the Ribombee team last time that I made, and we're going to do something a little different this time. We're going to jump over to this team. So, let me pull this team up. There we go. As always, the details for this team are going to be in the description of the video. There is a rental code here. I can't guarantee the rental code is going to still be available by the time this video goes up, because I'm really just using the rental teams to pass stuff back and forth between my Scarlet and Violet copies. Hence, why I'm going to give all of the details of the team in the description of the video. So if you do like the team, you can build it yourself and give it a shot. This is a team that I put together. This was actually based off of a team I made for Regulation A that I never actually made it onto the YouTube channel, because I did it after I stopped doing VGC content on YouTube. I kind of threw it together and just tested it like once or twice, and I never did anything else with it. This is a very similar team. There's a few differences, mainly the Excadrill and the Primarina. The other 4 Pokemon are the same. I want to say it was a Goldengo, and I cannot remember. A Goldengo and something else was on this team. Sylveon. It might have been Sylveon. I think it was Sylveon. So yeah, this is a Tyranitar Excadrill Sand team. So you have Tyranitar Excadrill, standard stuff right there. You got Rock Slide. We have knockoff now, so we don't have to go for that assurance crap that we were doing before. Back in Reg A, where you would be a slow Tyranitar and then hit with assurance on going second, and it does double damage, or however that works. You also got low kick, Tera Flying, Tera Blast, and the Assault Vest with the sand is it's just standard Tyranitar stuff. Excadrill Life Orb. Got the Iron Head. Iron Head isn't necessarily that useful right now because there's not a whole lot of fairy types in the format. But you can also just kind of hit stuff with Iron Head and just stab and Life Orb. It just does a lot of damage. So you can hit stuff neutral. You also have high horsepower, Rock Slide, so you got double Rock Slide, and Protect. Then we have Talonflame with the safety goggles to not take any sand damage and break the Gale Wings. And otherwise, it's a standard Talonflame set. The only thing is it doesn't have the Covert Cloak, so you gotta be careful of that. Meowscarada with Choice Band instead of Focus Sash, once again, because of sand, don't want to break the Focus Sash. So we have a Choice Band here. Standard Overgrow. That's actually the same Mojito from Regulation A. All those teams I used Meowscarada on, that's the exact same Meowscarada. Primarina, that's the standard Primarina that we got going on right now. We've used it in a couple of teams, I think, already. And then Palossand is that's the fun one. That's that's the little gimmicky thing. So, Palossand has Sand Veil and Bright Powder. And I actually used this Palossand and the Excadrill were both in my Indigo Disc DLC playthrough. They were Pokemon that I used in that playthrough. They're the exact same ones. So that's the exact same Excadrill from there. That's Jackhammer. Didn't have to do anything to change him at all, or her at all. And the Palossand is also there. So we have the Sand Veil and the Bright Powder to take advantage of the sand, make it very difficult to hit. And it's got Curse and Shore Up, so you can sacrifice some HP with Curse to take out like an Arcaludon. It's a big... originally, when I made this team back in Regulation A, it was meant to counter Dondozo specifically, and also Garganacl. But it can... any, like, thick, bulky mon that has taken up space and you don't really have a better way to kill, you got Curse and Shore Up. And then Chilling Water and Giga Drain just for being annoying. So that's the team. It's interesting. Probably not going to bring the Palossand that much. In the testing I've done with it, I almost never brought the Palossand, but the Palossand is there to disrupt things if you want to try that mode. So hopefully we'll get an opportunity to bring Palossand. I think that'll be fairly fun. But let's go ahead and jump into some battles, and we'll see what we can do with this team. We did win in the last battle we played. I have not done any more testing in between now and the last episode. But we're going to go ahead and try this team out and see how much worse we can make our record look. I've thought about doing testing like on my Scarlet copy, just to avoid the damage to my to my win-loss ratio, but ultimately, who gives a shit? I'm really just doing this for the fun of doing it. Again, why I'm not trying to make hard meta teams. And you know, it's really just for coming up with an interesting team that I think is built somewhat decently, but then also has like some funky elements in it, like Palossand, or Ribombee, or Espeon, or Noivern, or Frostmoth, any of those kind of things that we've done over the course of this series so far. So let's just see how we do here. We've got another rank 7. We are stuck in rank 7. Oh, this is interesting. So we have Psyspam, but it's not Indeedee female, it's Indeedee male. That Indeedee male can also get Expanding Force. So we got double Expanding Force. We have Trick Room with the Conkeldurr and the Ursaluna, and then, of course, we have the fast Lilligant Torkoal. I don't know that we want to be super speedy here, but I think... Oh, boy. I think Tyranitar is going to be nice, especially if they try to go for any kind of shenanigans with the Torkoal. This looks like not a great matchup, quite honestly. But I'm kind of thinking that the the Palossand might come in handy here. It doesn't really have a good way to offensively do anything, but if it can get the curse off on certain things, that's very helpful. Primarina feels pretty good into a lot of this. Mojito feels pretty decent into a lot of it. I kind of think I might want to lead Primarina, Mojito with Tyranitar and Palossand in the back. We'll see. I'm not feeling great about this matchup. I'm not sure which mode they want to try. Right, so we can shut down Sun pretty easily by switching in Tyranitar, and I'm sure they probably know that. I feel like they're going to go the Trick Room variant instead of the Torkoal Lilligant variant. But you never know. Yep, they're going Trick Room. Alright. So the question is it going to be Psychic Surge? It is Psychic Surge. Okay, figured. So we got Expanding Force. I don't know if it gets Follow Me. I'm actually not totally sure about that. Male Indeedee might not get Follow Me. This thing can Mach Punch, so we got to be very careful. But actually, it can't Mach Punch because we have the terrain up. So, honestly, I think... do we want to go Knockoff? I think I do want to go Knockoff into that slot. We'll see what happens. Oh, okay, Focus Punch. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Damn, okay. I've never seen that before, but that's a very interesting strategy. That is a very interesting strategy. So that takes the Meowscarada out, which is good for them because that Meowscarada is tough against the Psyspam. I don't think I... Oh, do I want to go Palossand yet? I think I do. I think I'm going to go Palossand. I'm going to send in the Palossand. And they have Armarouge. Alright. So, I think one thing we definitely want to do is we want to switch out into Tyranitar. And then... Do I want to... I guess we'll go for a Curse. We'll see how this goes. I'm okay with that. What are we going to see come in? Ursaluna. He's probably not going for Psyspam. He's probably going for Trick Room, which... Realistically... That might be okay. That might be okay. We'll see what happens here. You're going to go for Tera on the Armarouge. Tera Grass? Tera Psychic. It's Tera Psychic. So you are going to go full-on Psyspam. It's an interesting idea because now we have a bit of a problem. I don't necessarily want to stay... Bro, I will be honest. I'm gonna be honest here. Palossand never dodges fucking anything. Palossand never dodges fucking anything. Alright. What do we got going on now? What do we even do? So, one thing we can definitely do is we're going to be weak to either the Psy Spam or the Earthquake, which sucks. I think I'd rather be weak to the Earthquake because it's spread damage. Let's go for the knockoff. And I guess we just go for the Hyper Voice. See what happens. I'm okay with that because Indeedee comes in and is going to take a super effective knockoff. That's fine too. Supercell Slam. Jesus, I didn't know it got that. But this should actually, this might be really good, as it turns out, because now this is single target. That wasn't bad at all. Okay, well, we still have health. The Armarouge comes in. Now, I'm not sure the speed tier between Primarina and Armarouge. So I think the question is, I don't know if he wants to go for Expanding Force. Because I don't know if he, like, either I Tera or I don't Tera, right? So I think I go... I think I gotta go for the knockoff. And I gotta go Hyper Voice. And we'll just see what he targets down. He goes Armor Cannon into the Tyranitar. That's an interesting choice. That is an interesting choice. I'm very surprised at the choices that were made here. I'm very, very surprised at the choices that were made here. Because I think they could have won this and kind of threw it away. But you know what? I'll take it. That was a strange thing. I'm glad I didn't Tera, because I don't know, that felt really weird, because I feel like I definitely shouldn't have won that. But I don't necessarily know, I don't know what their sets were, so I don't know what the Ursaluna had. Supercell Slam was interesting. I didn't know the after you Focus Punch was really, really interesting. That was really interesting. Alright, so we're going to go for another battle. Let's see what happens. We're close to getting out of rank 7. Let's see if it might actually be able to happen. I don't know. We've been in it for a very long time. Oh, God. God. Porygon 2 Trick Room. That's nonsense, man. I don't know what the co-starring... I don't know if... It might not be co-star. I shouldn't assume it's co-star. It could be Scrappy. So we've got Fake Out Nasty Plot. We've got Fake Out Trick Room. We've got Rage Powder Trick Room. We've got a lot of interesting things here. I don't think Palossand wants to come to this. I think the question is, are they going to go for the Trick Room? Probably, because they see the Sand Rush stuff. I'm not necessarily against that. Honestly, Merity stacks up pretty well against this team. They don't have... What they don't have is the priority blocker. So, I honestly think I want to lead the same lead I did last time. Jackhammer doesn't feel that good here. Yeah, Jackhammer doesn't really hurt much. We can go Tyranitar. I don't want to go Palossand again, though. Palossand doesn't really do much here. Eh, fuck it. We'll throw a Jackhammer in the back. I don't want the Tailwind because I'm afraid of the Trick Room, and that's gonna mess me up. I feel like I can manipulate the Trick Room better if I don't have Tailwind. But we'll see. I don't know. Kind of playing with house money now that we can, since we won the first one. All right. I wasn't expecting that. So we got the attack buff, which is fine. I don't care about that. What I'm not sure about, what does Flamigo do that enables getting Trick Room set up? I definitely want to knock off the Eviolite, because Porygon 2 sucks. I don't know, this feels like bait. But I think I have a pretty good lead here. The thing that's important, though, I don't have a Focus Sash. So getting rid of that Eviolite's good, but I'm oh, they're going Brave Bird into the Primarina. Yikes. Alright, well, the Flamigo's gone. They are going to get Trick Room up. But I think I'm okay with that. Because without blocking priority, I have access to Sucker Punch. Alright, so the Ursaluna, I'm going to guess the Ursaluna's coming in. So they got Trick Room up. Oh, it's Incineroar. Huh. Okay. That's interesting. So we are locked into knockoff. I think we protect the Primarina and switch in Tyranitar. Meowscarada coming back in later might be really helpful. So this is a bit of a... This doesn't do much. It's a passive turn, but number one, it stalls a turn of Trick Room. I get my slower guys in. We protect the Primarina. Primarina can hang around for another turn. Going U-turn. That's interesting. Good switch. So we're probably going to get the Ursaluna in now. Yeah. Alright. I don't feel as bad going Flying Terra now. The important thing, though, is I need the Primarina to do something. Right? I think the Ursaluna is going to outspeed Primarina. But I don't know if it's going to try to kill the Primarina immediately. So if we can get a surprise Terra here and then just get the low kick into... Porygon 2 can be annoying. I don't know how important it is to get rid of Porygon 2, though. I feel like we definitely need Ursaluna gone. Interesting. Okay. Terra Ghost? Terra Fairy. Huh. What's that for? Resistance to fighting, I guess. Does go for the Primarina. I'm okay with that. Shit. We do live it. Alright, that's great. So now the question becomes... We're still in Trick Room, so I don't necessarily want Excadrill in yet. I'm a little worried about... Meowscarada should... the Tera Blast is going to do a lot. Alright, I think I want to Terra Meowscarada and go for that. You gotta be careful of the U-turn, though. And then if we can just get a... I guess a Rock Slide. I don't think Tyranitar is going to get a chance to attack, though. Let's see how this goes. This is purely to take away the weakness to the Tera Blast. Hopefully we can survive one. I don't know, because it got the attack buff instead of the special attack buff, I'm hoping that it's neutral. There we go, that's good. I'm hoping that the neutral Tera Blast doesn't kill me. He could just go for the T-Tar. But I would assume he's going for the... Oh, he's going for T-Tar. Alright. I'll take that. Honestly, I'll take that. Because we have a good answer for Incineroar. Now, unfortunately, we are locked into Sucker Punch. But they don't necessarily know that. Alright, so we got Incineroar out here. Intimidate's not great. So, how much... We have one turn of Trick Room left? Okay. So, I think we go Sucker Punch into the Porygon 2. And then we just protect. Silly. Silly. Oh, man, I was hoping that would do more. I was really hoping that would do more. But we live. We do live. Trick Room now expires. So, I think the high horsepower into the... We gotta go Sucker Punch. But high horsepower now into the Incineroar. I'm sure the Incineroar is not going to protect. So we go high horsepower into the Incineroar. That's fine. He's going to go for Recover. But we have Iron Head. Turns out Iron Head mattered. That's bad. That's quite bad. Turns out Iron Head didn't matter. Alright, yeah, we're locked into Sucker Punch. I don't think there's a way we win this now. Oh, he goes for Trick Room. I'm a little surprised at that. If he doesn't go for Recover, he's got to go for Recover, right? That's... Yeah, alright. Yeah, that's it. Alright, we can't win now. Well played. I was really expecting that high horsepower to knock out the Incineroar. I was really expecting it to knock out the Incineroar. Locking into Sucker Punch, it was necessary to take out the Ursaluna, but that, it bit me in the ass. I don't know how we could have played that better. The problem is I don't know what the Ursaluna was going to do in that turn, because I was able to just take it out. So, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance. If it didn't target me down, you know, like, depending on what it... I'm assuming it probably went for, like, Facade into Meowscarada. I doubt it would have lived. So I feel like the Sucker Punch was necessary, but that ultimately ended up being a problem. And I don't think Sucker Punch into Incineroar would have picked up the knockout there either. But that's alright. Let's see what we got here. We got one more battle. We're 1-1, so... Clefable, Scizor, oh my god. Alright, this looks obnoxious. I don't know what the Scizor wants to do. I don't know what the Umbreon wants to do. I don't know that any of these things can set Sunny Day for the Charizard. Sand feels decent here. I don't really have a good answer for that Scizor, though, if I'm being honest. Really at all. We can curse it. T-Tar Excadrill is pretty good into most of this team. So I think I'm going to lead that. I feel like we need the Primarina in the back. Meowscarada is just generally good, but that Scizor really, really hurts this team. I don't know what we do about it. What's our answer for Scizor? Could be Sieg. Honestly, it could be Sieg. To get the burn. There's not much else that's like really weak to Sieg though. I think I'm gonna try to bring Palossand. Not having Meowscarada doesn't feel good. But there's not much on that team that's weak to Meowscarada. I don't know that Meowscarada can do a whole lot. So let's hope that Palossand can make something happen here. Just going straight up sand lead feels good. Hopefully he didn't notice that... Yeah, okay. Hopefully he didn't notice that Scizor walls my whole team. Alright, so the follow me feels pretty obvious here. Follow me Dragon Dance or something like that. I don't know what the Dragonite really wants to do here. So I think I just want to go Rock Slide and maybe another Rock Slide. I think I want to just go double Rock Slide. Terra Normal E-Speed doesn't do much. I mean, it could. You could just go for it. No, it's Tera Water. Interesting. Tera Water, Tera Blast? I'm very intrigued. We're playing some teams here that are doing... oh, God. What is this? Surf? Is it Surf? I hope we flinch. Please flinch. Aqua Tail? Whoa. Okay. Alright, so that's got... the Clefable has safety goggles, I think. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's knock off the Dragonite. And we'll Iron Head into the Clefable. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I'm hoping the Iron Head just takes it out. Yeah. Alright, so Clefable goes down. I don't know what Dragonite wants to do now. Just Aqua Tail again. He's going to hit it eventually, right? Oh, into the Excadrill? That's fine. I'm okay with that. Because this should take out the Dragonite, I'm hoping. Yeah. Sweet. Having T-Tar here with full health is... I mean, I'll take that over the Excadrill. Alright, what do we got? So his Terra's burned. I think we'll bring in the Palossand for now, just because we'll take advantage of the sand while it's up. We can always switch out the Tyranitar if we need to. So Palossand is here. I don't like that it doesn't, like, grow out of the ground again, like it used to back in 7th Gen. Alright, I love Shiny Umbreon. Shiny Umbreon's awesome. I don't know what it wants to do here. This, I don't know what this wants to do. This scares me a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and just... Rock Slide feels obvious, but what are they going to do about it? Does Umbreon might get Sunny Day. But I'm going to go ahead and curse the Umbreon. That's fine. That's fine. That's a passive turn. We'll take that. Just hit the Umbreon. Nice. Good. Get a curse out on the Umbreon. I figured something like that was going to come. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Because your Umbreon's now on a timer. This is the kind of thing that Palossand's here for, is the wall breaking. So I think the good thing to do would be to take out the Tyranitar, bring in Primarina, and then we can just shore up. I'm kind of expecting Palossand to go down now. But if for whatever reason Palossand sticks around, it can set up another curse. Solar Beam. Well, that's going to hurt a lot. Can we live it? Nope. No shot. But that's kind of okay. I'm kind of okay with that, because here's the thing now. We get a shore up. We have enough HP now to do another curse. We have enough HP up to do another curse. We either get to do another curse. We set the sand back. We either get to do another curse on the Charizard, or we Rock Slide the Charizard, right? Could protect again. Protect Sunny Day might be a good play on his end, but then the Umbreon's gonna just drop. I still haven't Terra'd, by the way. Going for a Helping Hand. All right. Going for Heat Wave. Palossand gets the dodge, which is beautiful. That's why we have Sandveil Bright Powder. Love that. Love that for me, and that cleans it up. See, this is what Palossand is meant to do. It is not a strategy that is going to work very often. But, like, hey, man, if you can make it work, you can make it work. That felt really cheeky, but that's what that right there is what this team was built for. That's what this team was built for fun stuff like that. So I think that's a good. We'll go ahead and end off on that high note. That Palossand got to actually do what it was meant to do. It dodged some stuff, and then it did its curse shore up strategy. It worked. That was fun. Wasn't that fun, guys? We're not going to continue battling. So with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like. Make sure you subscribe for more VGC content, VGC Regulation H content on the channel. Next time, we're going to use a different team. I haven't tested any other teams yet, so I'm probably going to do some testing before I record again. I have a Tinkaton team that I want to try out a bit. I have a Tailwind Trick Room Sun team that was in those teams that I was paging around through. I've tested that one a bunch. I don't think I've won a single battle with it. It's been really challenging to use, so I don't know if I'm going to feature that one or not. But I do have some other teams that I want to try out that I've made. And we'll do that as well. The Tinkaton team might be the one I do next, just because I already have it over here. But I still have to test it, and if I find that it needs tweaking, I might, who knows. Who knows what I'll do. The weekend's coming up, I'll play around then before I record next. But yeah, I'm glad we got to see Palossand do its thing. That's what it's for, is, the Sandveil dodge stuff, and then being able to curse things and stay alive, and then curse other things. So that was a lot of fun. We did get lucky with some of those misses, like the Aqua Tail missing Tyranitar was big. And the Heat Wave, I don't know if the Heat Wave would have probably not done much to Palossand anyway, but, just being able to kind of maneuver around and get the sand and the weather and all that, and Palossand was able to do what it was there for. So bringing this team and then not featuring Palossand wouldn't have felt very good. But that's what it can do. I don't think it's going to be a mon that you're going to want to use very much in real, situations, but in best of one where nobody knows what Palossand's here to do, I think it's a fun little surprising Pokemon, especially if you're running into problems with Dondozo and Garganacl, like in Regulation A. This was definitely a way to break that stuff up, so I'm glad it was able to get a winning record. So next time, we're going to feature a different team. I hope you're excited for that. I know I am. I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.